I've been able to make over $8,000 a week with my high ticket service, and I was able to generate all the new customers through short form content. And in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I did it. And if you don't do this, this can cost you millions of dollars. Whenever I started my journey with my business, at the time, I was just doing short form content. It was mostly all organic content. I was generating most of my clients just through posts that I would, post every day, and reels that I would share, carousels, just putting stuff out there, see what would stick. And when it came to that, I would get some success, but the amount of clients when I was doing that was very, very low. So just to put it in perspective, when I first started, for the first 6 months doing organic marketing, I took about 6 months to really just be able to get about 2-3 clients. And what really 10x'd my business was when I was able to take that short form content and also utilize it and run ads with the short form content. I want you guys to really think about the way this whole system works on social media. So we have YouTube, Google, our world's biggest search engines. Also on this side, we have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all the short form content. It includes YouTube Shorts as well. When it comes to short form content, the main drawback that it comes with is, like, for example, let's say in the food industry, there's different products that have a different shelf life. So there's certain items, for example, like milk, bread, stuff like that, that has a shorter lifespan. Also on the other side, there's certain products like usually canned fruits or vegetables, stuff like that, that has a much longer lifespan. Content in general with all the different platforms is pretty much the same thing. The lifespan for short form content is very, very low. Typically anywhere from 1 to 2 days max. After that, you pretty much just get drowned out in the algorithm. And when it comes to long form content, you're pretty much putting content out there that's more like digital assets. So for example, there's people that have been posting, videos from 10 years ago on YouTube, and to this day, they're still be able to generate views versus anything like Instagram, TikTok. After the first day, views usually just plummet down. Whenever you're doing the short form content, the reason why it doesn't work is specifically for high ticket services or anything that you're selling that is very niche, is because one, it's not targeted. Two, it usually doesn't get that many views. And if it does get a lot of views, then three, the results for it are very, very low because it only lasts about a day or two in the algorithm. So then I really thought about it. How can I take something like a short form content and put it on steroids? And that's when I really thought about, okay, well, what if I use the same pieces of content that were going viral already on my page, and then I started running ads? Of course, I did invest in some mentorship to learn how to run ads, which I do recommend. But once I got it down and I started learning how to be able to run ads, I tested the theory and I started running ads to all the viral pieces of content. And this is how I was able to generate thousands and thousands of views, thousands of leads throughout the past year to 2 years. And from those leads, I was able to close clients and keep reinvesting into the marketing, keep reinvesting into equipment, into the business. And that's pretty much the whole point that I wanted to bring into this video, that the reason why as well, like I was telling a lot of people that I'm moving into the long form content, is because imagine being able to put a piece of content and then it continually markets itself over time without having to pay for ads. That's when I really started thinking, and I said, you know what? Well, YouTube is pretty much like that. So now that's why I'm putting most of my focus on YouTube. But I still do run Facebook, Instagram ads, because right now that's pretty much one of the biggest income drivers for my business. But as I keep continually making more content on the long form side, eventually I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna tell myself, why am I even marketing on Facebook, Instagram, when I can just keep posting content on YouTube, and every piece of content is gonna be self-sufficient. and it's going to be able to generate views continually, not just for 1 or 2 days, but pretty much for as long as YouTube exists. So whenever somebody asks me, hey Ivan, I want to start doing content, how do I go about it? The way that I would go about it would be start with the short form content. One, because it's easier, you can get yourself in the door, you can potentially go viral a lot faster, and just get good at doing short form content. Once you get good, then from there, the next skill that you would have to learn would be marketing. So learning how to run ads. And I'm not talking about just clicking boost post. I'm talking about learning how to actually be able to run a whole ad campaign. That way you're able to take your short form content and your marketing skills and you're able to combine them. From there, I would recommend to start doing long form content until it gets to a point where you're generating the same amount of money that you're generating on your paid ad side. And then from there, you slowly just taper off and you start doing long form content. Because realistically speaking, even when it comes to subscriber count, long form content is just where it's at. You could have literally 500 subscribers on YouTube and make over 10 to 15K a month versus on a short form platform like Instagram, I've seen people have over 1 million followers and not be able to break over $500 a month. So you tell me which one would you want to be able to invest your time and energy into. Right now, I'm building a community of like-minded individuals who are wanting to learn how to scale their scalp micropigmentation business, learn how to run ads, and then whenever they got all the leads coming in, learn how to close the deals. So if that's something that you're interested, I'm gonna have all the links down below to all my digital products. If you guys like this video, comment, like, and share. It would really help out my channel. And send this to a friend. Send this to a friend who's working on a lot of short form content, just to be able to help him out and so he can take his business to the next level and actually start thinking long term. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching and I will talk to you soon.